What's up guys, it's Haute Hate here, back with a little bit of a different type of video. So today I'm going to be ranking the ALDC girls based on their performance in hip-hop. Obviously none of these girls are bad dancers, and I know that, and they're all extremely talented, but I think that some are just better in this style. So stay tuned if you want to see my opinion, and leave a comment down below on which ones you agree with and which you don't. Let's get started.
Yeah, no, I'm posted in the roof with the booth around.
So in my opinion, the 7th best hip-hopper is Kendall, because she's definitely good, but I feel like she just lacks a certain presence on the stage, and she doesn't really stand out in any of the groups compared to who she usually dances with, which is usually Maddie and Kalani. It is a little bit unfair to Kendall because she is dancing with two of the best hip-hoppers on the team, but at the same time, if she can't keep up, then I guess you can't really say that hip-hop is her best style. In certain instances in specific, you can tell that she's really struggling to get some of the moves, and overall, she doesn't really stand out in any of her groups. In 6th place, I have Nia, because I feel like she is really talented at hip-hop, and I think she has great facial expressions and energy, but in some spots she's just lacking. Like for example, if we go back a couple seconds and slow it down, you can see that she's missing a couple of the moves and not really hitting them as hard as the rest of the people in the group, which is the reason that I have her a little bit low down on the list. At the same time, she does have really good rhythm, and her energy, especially in this section right here, is really good. In 5th place, I have Jojo SIWA, and you may be thinking that that's a little bit strange to have her so low down on the list because a lot of people regard her as one of the best hip-hoppers on the ALDC team due to her amazing stage presence and personality, but honestly, I don't really see it. It's really apparent that she loves dancing and is really passionate and excited, which is awesome, but at the same time, she isn't really keeping up with Kenzie to her left, and her moves just aren't that clean overall. This is one of her hip-hop solos from back when she was on the team, and I think it's pretty good overall, but she could have hit some of the moves a little bit harder, and the choreography seems pretty simple and basic. I think that the 4th best hip-hopper is Brynn, and she is really, really good, but I think this video is a really good example that shows she's not really doing anything wrong, but she doesn't stick out from the group. At this point on the list, it gets really competitive, and she just isn't the best one that there is. Like if you're looking at Kalani to her left, she's really just sticking out of the group and is the one that is clearly going above and beyond with the choreography. And it's shown again in this video, like Brynn is definitely doing amazing. She's hitting all the moves really well, but again, she just doesn't really stick out of the group for me, and I think Kalani is just better. Third on the list is Kenzie, and I think that she definitely has the most natural talent for hip-hop, and she makes every move look easy and flawless, and I think that she, being the youngest person on the team, really does an amazing job keeping up with all the older dancers. And at this point on the list, I just think that the choreography that she's doing just isn't challenging enough for me to say that she's the best hip-hopper on the team, and I think that she has the potential to do a lot better, but I just think that Rumor Noel's choreography is not hard enough for her, and we can't see her true potential, which is why I can't put her higher on the list. Don't get me wrong, I think Rumor's choreography is really fun and really cool to look at, and it's definitely not easy, but I think that if Kenzie would start doing some of the classes that Maddie does, we'd really be able to see if she's able to keep up with that level. My second place is Kalani, and I think that she's actually super underrated in hip hop. Like, everyone knows that she's a really, really amazing dancer, like she has amazing flexibility and technique, but she's actually really good at hip hop too. I think that Kalani really stands out in every group that she's in, and she really makes the most of the choreography, and sometimes she even outshines Maddie. The fact that she has such a solid foundation in dance is really showing in her hip hop because she has perfect coordination with the rhythm, she hits all the moves completely perfectly, and the reason I have her above Kenzie is because I think she adds a sort of maturity that Kenzie lacks, and Kenzie will definitely gain it over time, but I think that Kalani definitely has it right now. The only criticism that I would have is again that she's doing Rumor's choreography, which is not the hardest level of hip hop that you can go, so it's not really comparable to some people that do a lot better choreography. But I definitely don't think that takes away from Kalani's talent at all, because in some clips, like the one I'm playing right now in slow motion, I think that she's even doing better than the teacher. So you probably guessed who the last person is, and it's Maddie. And that might surprise you because while she was still on the show, no one really knew her for her hip hop, and I think that her hip hop was good, but it wasn't her best when she was still on the show. But after the show, when she went out and did some more harder classes, she really showed her potential and her ability. The dance I'm playing right now is probably one of my favorite hip hop combinations that I've ever seen. The choreography is really challenging and unique, and I think Maddie and Charlize too are doing an amazing job. So then overall, the fact that this choreography is so much more difficult than what I've seen any of the other girls doing, and the fact that she just does so well in it, ranks her at number 1 in my book. So I hope that you enjoyed this new type of video, and let us know in the comments down below if you liked it and want to see more videos of this type, and give me some suggestions of other categories that I could use to rank the Dance Mom girls, or if I should do a more broad category of dancers, like including other dancers, not just from Dance Moms. And subscribe to the channel if you like these kind of videos and other videos. Also follow our Instagram page at Haute Hate for more updates and news, and we'll see you in the next video.